Did you know that the very first thing you eat in the morning can silently shape how your body performs, feels, and functions, especially when it comes to your manhood? Most men over 60 assume the drop in energy, the weaker erections, or that numb, disconnected feeling down there is just aging. But what if I told you that it might actually be your breakfast sabotaging you? What's on your plate within that first hour of waking up could be helping restore your blood flow or shutting it down slowly, quietly, and completely. Hey there, I'm Dr. Sophia Jain, a men's health specialist with over 20 years of experience in helping men over 60 reclaim energy, intimacy, and strength without relying on pills or prescriptions. I've seen hundreds of men walk into my clinic believing they're out of options and walk out with renewed hope, all by changing just a few habits. Today, we're going to talk about 5 specific foods you've probably already seen in your kitchen that have the power to jumpstart blood flow, restore pelvic strength, and bring your confidence back where it belongs without medications, without side effects, and without giving up flavor. And if you stick with me to the end, I'll share one food combo that's helping men feel noticeable results in less than a week. But first, if you're serious about taking back control of your vitality, hit that like button and follow Sage70 so you never miss tips that are designed to help men over 60 live strong and stay sharp. Now, let's dive in. We're going to start with one simple food that might already be in your fridge, but you've probably been using it all wrong. Number 1, whole eggs, the natural blood flow igniter. I've had so many older men sit in front of me frustrated and confused. They say, "Doc, I don't get it. I feel slower, less responsive, and my mornings just aren't what they used to be." Then I ask, "What do you eat for breakfast?" 9 times out of 10, I get a shrug and an answer like, "Just coffee and toast," or "Nothing really. I'm not hungry in the morning." That's the first red flag. You see, as we age, our body starts losing efficiency. It needs more specific nutrients to function the way it used to. And one of the best sources of those nutrients? Whole eggs. Forget the old cholesterol myths. New science has confirmed that eggs, yes, including the yolk, are loaded with vitamins and amino acids that specifically support male circulation. Inside that golden center are key players like choline, vitamin D, B12, and leucine. These aren't just for heart health. They're critical for maintaining the strength and responsiveness of your pelvic muscles. The same ones that control your erections, stabilize your posture, and give you balance when you walk. When blood flow starts to slow down with age, these deep muscles are often the first to suffer. But give them what they need in the morning and your body responds. You start to feel stronger in your base, less tightness in your hips, better sensation and performance in the bedroom. And it all starts with a couple of whole eggs. Not egg whites, not substitutes, the full egg, yolk and all. I had a patient, Marvin, 69 years old. He hadn't had a spontaneous erection in over a year. I got him to start eating 2 boiled eggs every morning, simple, no frills, and within 3 weeks, he called me and said, "Sophia, I think something's coming back to life." So tomorrow morning, before you reach for that coffee or skip breakfast again, crack 2 eggs, boil them, scramble them, however you like, and eat them. It's that simple. And if you're wondering what to pair them with to boost the effect even more, the next food on the list is something that's been underestimated for decades, but it works like a natural blood vessel opener, especially down there. Number 2, roasted beets, the circulation elevator. Now, I'll admit, beets aren't exactly the most exciting food on the planet. Some men hear that word and think, ugh, aren't those the things that taste like dirt? But let me tell you something. When it comes to improving blood flow, especially where it matters most, beets are a secret weapon. You don't have to love them, you just have to use them. Beets are loaded with natural nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. That's the same compound targeted by medications like Viagra. But in this case, you're not forcing blood flow, you're fueling it. The nitric oxide your body produces naturally from beets helps your blood vessels relax and widen. That means better circulation to your heart, your brain, and yes, your groin. I had one man, Arthur, 72, who told me his legs always felt heavy, like he was dragging around 2 sandbags every morning. He also admitted that he hadn't had any real intimacy in almost a year. I asked him to roast a small beet the night before, Slice it up and eat it with breakfast, just 3 times a week. 2 weeks later, he told me his legs felt lighter and his other problem was improving too. Here's the key: don't just eat raw beets and expect miracles. Roasting or lightly steaming them helps your body absorb the nutrients better. And always pair them with a little healthy fat, like olive oil or a boiled egg yolk. That combo helps your body unlock the nitric oxide benefits faster. Just one small beet, the size of a tennis ball, is enough. You can prep them ahead of time and keep them in the fridge ready to go. But beets don't work alone. If you really want to increase the oxygen supply to your muscles, enhance nerve sensitivity, and keep your energy levels steady, the next food is one I recommend to nearly every man over 60, and it's probably in your pantry right now. Number 3. Steel-cut oats with chia seeds and cinnamon, the endurance booster. Now before you think oats? That sounds boring, just stay with me. This combo is one of the most overlooked power meals for older men, especially in the first hour after waking up. Why? Because your muscles, nerves, and brain all need slow-burning fuel to work right. And when you wake up after 7 or 8 hours without food, your body is begging for that fuel. Skip it, and you're setting yourself up for fatigue, mood swings, and sluggish blood flow the rest of the day. Steel-cut oats, not the instant kind, are rich in complex carbohydrates and beta-glucan fiber, which help stabilize your blood sugar while giving your lower body a clean energy source. Add in chia seeds, and now you're fueling your body with omega-3s, magnesium, and plant-based protein, all critical for circulation and muscle responsiveness. And the cinnamon? That's not just for flavor. Cinnamon has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity and help keep your blood vessels more elastic, especially important for the tiny capillaries in your groin and pelvis. I tell my patients to think of this combo as a morning tune-up. You're not just eating to feel full. You're eating to feed your arteries, your nerves, your muscles, and your hormones. One man I worked with, Jerry, 66 years old, said he always skipped breakfast and drank black coffee instead. After 3 weeks of switching to oats with chia and a sprinkle of cinnamon, he told me, "I feel like my body's actually working with me instead of against me." Here's how to make it simple. The night before, soak half a cup of steel-cut oats in water. In the morning, cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes, then stir in 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. You can add a few berries on top if you like. Eat it warm. Your blood flow will thank you. And if you're thinking, this all sounds great, but what about down there? How do I jumpstart things a little faster? Well, the next fruit is nature's answer. It's sweet, juicy, and has effects most men don't realize. Number 4, watermelon, the bedroom fruit. This one surprises a lot of men. They think of watermelon as a fun summer snack, not something that helps circulation. But what they don't know is that watermelon contains one of the most powerful natural compounds for blood flow, especially below the belt. It's called L-citrulline, and it works by converting into L-arginine once it enters your body. From there, it boosts nitric oxide production, which helps dilate your blood vessels and move more blood to the places that matter. This is the same biological pathway that ED medications target, but instead of using synthetic chemicals, you're feeding your body what it needs naturally. And here's the kicker, it works fast. I've had patients tell me they noticed improved morning energy, increased sensitivity, and even stronger erections within a few days of adding watermelon to their routine. Not weeks, days. One patient, Bill, 68 years old, actually laughed when I first suggested watermelon. He said, "Doc, I thought that was just a picnic food." 2 weeks later, he called me and said, "I don't know what's in that stuff, but I feel like I'm waking up younger every morning." The secret lies in the timing. Eat watermelon on an empty stomach or about 30 minutes before breakfast. Just a couple of thick slices will do the trick. And don't toss out the white rind. That's where the highest concentration of L-citrulline is. You can chew on it or toss it into a smoothie. It may not be sweet, but it's incredibly effective. This fruit isn't just refreshing, it's restorative. It tells your body, hey, it's time to wake up and get the blood moving. And when you combine it with the next food, something warm, hearty, and loaded with circulation-supporting minerals, you create the perfect morning foundation for strength, balance, and stamina. Number 5. Steamed sweet potato with Celtic salt, the circulation stabilizer. This is one of the most underestimated combinations I've ever recommended. Sweet potatoes are often seen as dinner food, but when steamed and eaten in the morning with just a pinch of Celtic sea salt, they become a game changer for your lower body circulation. Why? Because your muscles, including the ones in your legs, hips, and yes, your pelvic floor, wake up in a depleted state. They're low on glycogen. Your blood vessels need minerals. Your nerves need electrolytes. A half-sweet potato gives your muscles long-lasting, non-spiking carbohydrates that keep your energy stable. And when you sprinkle on Celtic sea salt, you're adding over 80 trace minerals that help with hydration, blood pressure regulation, and muscle responsiveness. It's like fueling a car with premium gas instead of low-grade junk. You're giving your circulation the minerals it needs to move smoothly. I remember one of my patients, Thomas, a 70-year-old retired firefighter. He told me he'd been waking up with stiff, numb legs and this weird, dull pressure in his lower body. He'd tried stretching, massages, even medication, but nothing helped. I told him to try something simple. Steam half a sweet potato, add a small pinch of Celtic salt, and eat it first thing before his regular breakfast. 3 days later, he called me and said, "Doc, I stood up this morning without having to lean on the nightstand. My legs feel light again." That's not magic. That's minerals. And you don't need much. Just half a sweet potato, warm and soft, not microwaved, paired with a glass of warm water and a pinch of high-quality mineral salt. That's all it takes to signal your lower body it's time to start the day strong. Now, at this point, you've got 5 powerful tools, 5 real, simple, natural foods you can start using right away. But here's the truth, knowing what to do is only half the equation. The other half is actually doing it. That's what makes the difference between wishing you felt better and actually feeling it. So let's move into the final section, what to do starting tomorrow morning, step by step. If you've made it this far, that tells me something important. You care. You're not just going through the motions, hoping things get better on their own. You're paying attention. And that by itself already sets you apart. Because here's what I've seen again and again in my practice. Change doesn't happen when you learn something new. Change happens when you do something new. When you take that first small step, even when you're tired, even when it feels too simple to matter. That's when the shift begins. So here's your simple plan. Tomorrow morning, pick one of the 5 foods we talked about. That's it. Not all 5. Just one. Maybe it's 2 pasture-raised eggs with the yolks. Maybe it's that warm bowl of steel-cut oats with chia and cinnamon. Maybe it's watermelon before your usual breakfast. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until you feel ready. Because the truth is, your body is already asking for help the moment you wake up. That first hour of the day is when your circulation is most responsive. Your muscles are hungry for fuel. Your nervous system is looking for grounding. This is the moment that sets the tone for your entire day. If you've been skipping breakfast or grabbing a cup of coffee and nothing else, that's like running your engine with no oil. Sure, it might keep going, but sooner or later, something's going to give. By adding even one of these foods first thing in the morning, you're giving your body the signal, we're not coasting today. We're rebuilding. Now, you might not feel a massive difference the first morning. That's okay, but stay with it. Give it a few days. I've had patients call me after just 3 or 4 mornings and say, "Dr. Jain, I'm walking faster, I'm standing taller, and something's waking up downstairs that I haven't felt in a while." That's not luck. That's biology responding to consistency. So here's your morning blueprint. Step 1. Within 30 minutes of waking, eat one of the 5 foods. Step 2. Pair it with a full glass of warm or room temperature water, not cold, not coffee. This helps hydrate your blood, stimulate your gut, and improve absorption. Step 3. Move your body, even for just 5 minutes. A few light stretches, a short walk, some slow leg swings while brushing your teeth. Movement is the partner to nutrition. It tells your muscles, it's time to activate. And if you want to keep building on this routine, gradually stack in the other foods. Try steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic salt one morning, oats the next, then eggs or beets later in the week. Let your body guide you. Keep it simple, keep it consistent, and let the routine do the work. This isn't a diet. It's not a hack. It's a ritual, a daily act of reclaiming your vitality, your confidence, and your independence. You're not too old. It's not too late. And you are absolutely not done. You still have strength to rebuild, energy to restore, and moments ahead that are worth feeling fully alive for. Which brings us to number 7, your final message. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. Aging doesn't steal your health overnight. It happens one small surrender at a time. We stop moving as much. We skip meals. We lose touch with our bodies. But just as decline happens gradually, so does recovery. And it always starts with a decision. The decision to stop waiting. To stop hoping things will fix themselves. To stop telling yourself it's just part of getting older. Because I've seen the opposite. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s rebuild their circulation, restore their energy, and revive a part of themselves they thought was gone. Not with expensive medications. Not with drastic changes. But with small, daily choices that compound into something powerful. And now you have those choices in your hands. Whole eggs with the yolks for hormone balance and protein. Beets for natural nitric oxide and blood pressure. Oats with chia and cinnamon for energy and blood sugar control. Watermelon for rapid blood flow to the places that matter. And sweet potato with Celtic salt for deep mineral support and morning stability. These are your tools. Not trends. Not gimmicks. Just real food, used at the right time, in the right way, for the right reason. Your mornings can be a turning point. A place where you stop the cycle of decline and start the climb back up. A place where your breakfast isn't just a meal, it's your medicine. It's your quiet stand against time. So here's my final question for you. Will you take 5 minutes tomorrow to feed your body the way it's asking to be fed? Will you give your lower body the support it's been missing? Will you take that first step, simple, quiet, and powerful, and let it build from there? You don't need to do everything at once. You just need to begin. Start small. Stay consistent. And let your mornings become your comeback. You still have life to live. You still have strength to feel. You still have chapters to write. And the next one starts with breakfast. If this message spoke to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with a friend, a brother, or someone you care about who might be going through the same challenges. Sometimes, all it takes is one simple idea, shared at the right time, to change a life. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you never miss another tool, tip, or strategy that could help you stay strong, sharp, and energized through every chapter ahead. This is about more than circulation. It's about reclaiming ownership of your health, your body, and your mornings, one choice at a time. So stick with us. There's more to come.